Hi there, I'm Lindsay Allen, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. This video is just a general overview of what's happening in this course, some places and some things I want you to check out. So when you enter our course, it should take you to this home page that has this banner across the top that's called Harnessing Digital Data. So Harnessing Digital Data is all about Microsoft Excel. We're going to cover everything from beginning Excel to advanced Excel throughout the rest of the semester. And on this home page, I've added some links for you. There's links to the modules, each weekly module. There's links to the syllabus if you need to refresh on the syllabus. You can link to your grades. This is Canvas orientation. If you are perhaps new this semester and you're not familiar with Canvas, you can check that out. And then this last link, that's my Silhouette profile, is a video of me introducing myself. It's cheesy because I'm cheesy, and it just tells you a little bit about me and what I like to do. And then there's some tips at the end for how to be a successful student in this class outside of, you know, getting a planner. This is like life skills, like get some sunshine, eat some protein, and why, and things like that. It's 18 minutes long, so if you want to put it on double speed to get through it, you can. This just helps you know that I am a real person behind your screen and that I care about you and I want you to be successful in this class, and I have hobbies, and I'm not the wizard behind the levers at the Wizard of Oz, right? Like, I care and I'm here to help you out even though we're not going to see each other. So let's go through a few things. If there's any announcements, they'll pop up here at the top, and then there's also announcements on the left. Over on the right, these are all your to-dos. Now, the to-do list is really long because I've had the whole entire semester open for you if you want to work ahead. You don't have to. We do everything week by week, one module per week, but every semester I have students that say, hey, can you please open ahead so I can work ahead? I might be traveling, or I've got some heavy loads in other classes and they want to get things done in their in-between time. And so that's why everything is open, and this to-do list is extremely long. And I apologize for the length of it. I didn't design Canvas, but just know that's why. On the left, let's just touch on a few things in the syllabus. I would like you to read through the syllabus yourself, and if you have any questions about it, let me know. The most important things that I feel that I want you to know would be, this is my contact information. I don't have office hours because students never used them really, and so if you want to come see me, you're always welcome to pop by and see if I'm in my office and not in a class or a meeting, or sometimes we have to leave the building and go do recruiting events. But the best way is to shoot me an email and stop by, make an appointment, and come see me. I respond to my emails usually pretty quick, but my standard reply for Monday through Friday is 24 hours. On the weekends it's longer because I'm technically off, but I am kind of keep an eye on my emails in case you have questions about your assignments. We are using the Shelley Cashman series for Microsoft Office Excel 2021. There's a link in Canvas that's going to get you connected to the class. If you are taking another class with me in the fall, so if you're going to take my BT 1144 business document processing in the fall, I teach from the same Cengage platform in the fall. And so if you buy a whole year versus just one semester, this semester, it'll actually save you some money, and it'll walk you through that when you purchase that with the link. You're going to need a computer that has at least Windows 10. We've upgraded to Windows 11 now. Both should work. MacBooks are not compatible. Cengage will tell you where they are, but there's just issues with the assignments and they don't always work. So if you have a MacBook and that's the only thing you have, you can give it a try and see how the assignments go. Most people end up going out and borrowing or buying a Windows computer because MacBooks just get a little hung up. You're going to need an internet browser and then some kind of storage device. You can use the cloud-based storage, Google Drive. You can use a flash drive, whatever you want to do. And so this course description and the objectives just talks about what we're doing in this class. We're going to learn a lot of cool things about Excel. If you're already familiar with Excel, it might be a little boring at the beginning. It might be a little repetitive, but that's okay. It's a good time for a refresher to kind of get refreshed on maybe some things you haven't used in a while. But we're going to cover some great stuff. I have a late work policy, so all the assignments are set up to where you have up to 3 days to submit them late, but you get penalized 10% for each day that they're late. So you've got 8 days to submit it, because I have it open a week and a day. Everything's due on Mondays at 11:59 p.m. And then after that, each day after that is 10% penalty up to 3 days, and then there's nothing after that. So if you don't get it done in the 10 days that you have, unless you have a good reason like a catastrophe or a health crisis or a really big emergency, you just kind of miss out. I don't extend deadlines unless you've been in contact with me and letting me know that you have had some personal issues that you need some grace for. Participation is just staying on top of things in the class. Make sure you're checking each weekly module. If you have any questions, you make sure you reach out to me. Check your ISU email regularly. It amazes me how many students don't check their email. Please check your email, because we use email a lot. There's a good portion of this class we do file and document management. Now, it's not hard. It's just you're saving your files through the whole semester, and you're just going to organize them. And that's one of the things you're going to do this first module that we do together this week. And then this is just the grading and the dishonesty policy. If you have any accommodations you might need, if you have a disability, please make sure you reach out to that office. And then there's a state law academic freedom expectations, which is also over here on the left as the institutional syllabus statement. So I need to just take this out, and you can just check out this link here on the left. It's just the state came out with this code about what your freedom is as an academic student and how we support you and things like that. And that's what's happening in the syllabus. So again, if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. Okay, on the left, we have the institutional syllabus statement, which I just showed you. Then the next link down is the book bundle. So if you are opted into the ISU book bundle, you are going to click on this link to get connected to our class, textbook, and platform. We use a platform called Cengage to do all of our assignments online. So make sure you check that out. So if you are not opted into the book bundle, you're going to go to the modules. And in the modules, right at the top, we have getting started in this course. This is getting started in ISU Canvas for students. That's an ISU link that they put in there for us. These are the course expectations that I've put together, and then here's the video that you're reviewing. And so if you come down to this link, if you were opted out of the book bundle, this is the link you're going to click. Now, when you click this link, it's going to connect you to my online Cengage platform where all the assignments are housed, and it's going to give you the chance to purchase the book, and so the book and the online platform. And so if you know you're going to have me again in the fall for BT 1144, I recommend you buy a whole year, because it'll save you some money. If not, just purchase the 1 semester access, and you should be covered. There's also a 2-week trial period that if you think you might switch your classes around and might not stay in this class, I would tell you to do the 2-week trial first, and it might default you into the 2-week trial anyway. It might just put you in the 2-week trial and then 2 weeks have you buy it. I'm not sure, it changes all the time, so it could be one of the two things. Just be aware this is where we access the book and the platform. There's some common mistakes. Here's Microsoft 365. So as ISU students, you get access to Microsoft Office 365. So you don't have to go out and buy Microsoft Excel for this class. However, there are some issues that the help desk was telling me about the other day that you might not have access to everything you need. So if you sign up for the free ISU account for Microsoft, you need to call ISU's help desk at 282 HELP, which is help, and tell them to upgrade you to the Microsoft Office 365 that students are supposed to have, which will give you everything that you need for this class. If you have any issues, they're the ones you want to give a call. There's some keyboard shortcuts, and then I put module playbooks together for the first 4 modules because there's a lot of technical things in there that can be overlooked easily. You don't have to do anything with it. You can use it as a reference guide. You can completely ignore it. Those are just things I thought you might find handy for when we move on. Okay, and then we move on with week 1, and I'll have a separate video for that. So this is what's happening in class. On the left, you do have the assignments link. Sometimes when we're messing around and trying to add assignments and delete assignments, sometimes we'll delete assignments off of the main Canvas modules page, but it will leave them in the assignments page. So bear with us. It happens to all of us instructors that if you see an assignment in the assignments that's not in here, it's just because we forgot that when we deleted it on the main page, it didn't delete it from the assignment. So we sometimes get a little laggy on that and have to catch up. Then you'll have a link for quizzes if you need it. We aren't going to do any discussions, but I left that open if you want to use discussions to talk with classmates on, like if you have a question about something specific or need help with a step and I haven't replied to your email yet, you can definitely drop a discussion out there. You can check your grades, and then people will show you who's in the class. So that's what's happening in this class, and I look forward to having a great semester with you, and please reach out if you have any questions. Take care, and see you again soon.